Hello, hello, everyone. Oh, there we go. Okay, you two took a second to pop in then. Ah.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to try and manage 2 different stream chats at once now.
Oh no.
Because we are also streaming on Twitch.
Okay. How
Twitch.
how PG do I need to keep my language?
Oh well. How PG would Charlie be?
Oh.
Hello, the Afton. And hello, Becky. How you doing?
I just have a sailor mouth, that's why I asked.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just reorganizing my window so I can actually see both the chats at once. There we are.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to do a sound bar thing that every time someone swears it's like a duck noise or something.
No.
It's required for me.
Oh, you mean like if someone says something they're not supposed to?
Just
Ah, I see.
yeah.
But anyway, how is everyone in the chats doing today? Hope you're all doing good. Don't you SMH us, Cassandra Knight?
Oh, it's Cass. Oh my.
Speaking of, you've just corrected me on the right path, Scarecrow. So we have Scarecrow here, who is my angel dust, and we also have Arctic here, who is Charlie. So say hello. Angel, say hello. Angel.
Angel, hello. We're trying to get something done here.
There we are. He's not paying attention. Yes, and I also do Michael, and I've got a new model for it. How do we think?
Hold on, I'll go see this model.
So how are you doing, Michael? How is heaven? I'm doing quite well. Heaven's been stable, but my dear niece here has been trying to redeem sinners. Kind of brings.
I know that I can do it, Uncle.
She should try.
I have every faith in you, Charlie dear, but what my father wishes, that's another story. How are you two doing, Angel and Charlie? How are you two doing?
Oh, it's been a little chaotic running a hotel, but honestly, I've been having a great time though.
Good. And how about you, Angel?
Well, you know me, getting into the nose candy, and trying to stay sober.
Angel dust.
I suppose that would make sense for you.
Huh? What? Who said that?
You know, one of the stipulations for you being able to stay here rent-free is for you to, try and redeem yourself, right?
Look, princess, okay, I need to take the edge off sometimes. You understand, right?
No, I don't, considering my uncle, who is an angel, who is from heaven, is here.
Oh yeah, how you doing, Feathers?
Hi, Angel. How are you doing? I asked you first.
Doing
good. Good.
Shut up.
Well, anyway, so on today's stream, it's been a while, so I figured why not stream. What we are going to do now is we're going to tell some spooky stories and get into the Halloween spirit. What do you two say?
Oh, that sounds honestly really fun.
Very good. So who would like to start with their scary story?
Well, I would say since you are the visitor, it is only right if I offer for you to go first.
Fair enough. You have a point. Chris says they'll be listening to some spooky tales, but not talking as much. Fair enough. Well, we enjoy your presence, and we hope you enjoy the show. So, spooky story, let's see. I'm gonna have to break character for this one. This one takes place in 2019 in an abandoned building, as one typically would expect. You see, so me and a partner of mine at the time, were exploring this abandoned building. We've been there a few times before in the past. And we was taking some photos, like some spooky little photos, because I used to be into photography. And as we were taking photos, we heard some shuffling from downstairs. Keep in mind, we were on like it was like a fairly big building. There was like 3 floors. It was a house, 3 floors, and we were on like the top floor, and we could hear shuffling of heavy boots coming from downstairs. So naturally, we were like, "Oh, have we been caught?" Because we didn't initially think it was a ghost or something. So naturally, me being the male, I had to be the first one to slowly crawl down the stairs towards the noise. We got down to the first floor. We could still hear the shuffling. We waited a while and we heard that it went down into the basement. Now, the basement is a one-way in, one-way out thing. You can only go in the same way that you get out. Keep that in mind for the rest of the story. So, we then proceeded to go down to the ground floor, and we stood by the entrance to the basement, and we could hear like the shuffling of the heavy leather boots, the clinking of like broken glass. It was like a drink shelter or something down there, and curiosity got the better of us. We wanted to see who it was, because it definitely wasn't like police coming to tell us that we're trespassing or anything. And of course I had to be the first one to go down in front. We were there lit by a phone flashlight, crawling our way downstairs to the basement. It was dark as hell down there.
Oh my.
And as we got halfway down, you can still hear the heavy footsteps, the shuffling of the glass. Welcome, small glass of arsenic. How are you doing? And we get down into the bed. Thank you, Cass. Anyway, so we get down into the basement, and there's no one there. Which is odd, because there's only one way that that person could have gotten out, and we didn't see him pass us through that narrow stairway. Do you guys think that was a ghost?
Spoopy
Honestly?
ghost.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Happy birthday!
I thank you, Arsenic.
Pretty spooky.
Oh wait, I have a thing for that. Which one is it? Wrong one. So how about you, Charlie? Would you like to go next, little
I just
apple?
hear a slurp.
Oh yes, there was a cake on screen.
Happy
Oh,
birthday!
Oh, they gave one to you, Angel.
Sure. Yeah.
Yay.
So yes, little apple. What is your story?
Hold on, I'm stretching.
One big
I
stretch.
had a breaking character in this one, boys.
Very well.
Sorry. Asthma.
Yeah. Also to everyone, I'm sorry the little chat box over there isn't working. I'm not too sure why, but I'll try and get it fixed for next stream.
Okay. So the story takes place. Oh God, now I gotta do math. I'm gonna go with 20. So, it's no like for anybody who's like been around me long enough. It's no big secret that where I live, it's a haunt. My house is haunted.
Arsenic.
One night, when staying over for the night, it's about 3 a.m. and we're still up. And we're just in there talking, and we decide, hey, maybe we should go downstairs, grab a snack, grab something to drink. My friend was wanting to grab a hoodie real quick, and I just went ahead and went down. So I start going down the stairs, and I hit the bottom step. It's very dark and very cold, which isn't unusual until you realize it was a bit unnaturally cold, actually. But I didn't think too much of it because it was almost winter. I turned the corner, and looking at me was a tall, black, humanoid figure, roughly at least 7 feet. It turns, looks at me, cocks its head to the side, drops down on all fours, and just runs straight at me.
That sounds terrifying.
I feel like I was in the right to panic a little bit, so I start trying to run up the stairs. I don't know if I tripped or what, but I only made it 2 steps up before I fell, and expecting the thing to be behind me, I try to roll over to defend myself. Nothing's there. And of
Thank you,
course, I was the
Razor, for
only
dropping
fucking
in.
one who saw it. So yeah, there you go. My first spooky story.
So you're the only one that saw it. Was like there other people around that could have saw it, or they just didn't see it?
So my friend, no, okay. So I was the only one that was downstairs. My mother was asleep. My little sister was asleep. And my friend and I, we were up. But my friend was like a minute behind me. Like right as I had fallen and rolled over, that's when they came out of my room.
Ah. So they just barely missed it.
They barely missed it.
Ah.
All they saw was me having a panic attack on my stairs.
Mwah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
How about you, Angel?
Sure. I got a spooky, scary story for y'all.
So I was about 10 when the story happened, and like all children, I liked playing hide and seek with my friends. And we were playing outside once. It was like 7, 8 o'clock. Around that time is when it started getting dark, which is when we loved playing hide and seek. And we lived near like a part of woods. Like it wasn't far woods, but it was a decent amount of woods. So we're playing, and
It wasn't Slender
it's
Man,
one of
was
my
it?
friends' turns to see.
Oh yeah,
No.
this sounds like Slenderman.
Maybe, I don't know. But it was one of my friends' turns to seek, and I went to go hide near one of the bushes in the woods. It was behind the bush. It was like right at the edge of the woods. So like, I'm sitting there for like maybe 15 minutes until like I feel a hand on my shoulder and I start booking it because I think as long as he didn't see who I was, I'm not out. And then I see everyone's already gathered at the cul-de-sac that I was in at the time. And I was like, wait, who got my shoulder? And they were all confused. And I realized who grabbed my shoulder in the woods. And I thought about that ever since. And I'm like, maybe it was Slender Man, maybe it wasn't. All I know is that it freaked me out as a kid, and it still kind of freaks me out now.
Yeah, I can imagine you were just innocently heading your way out of the forest, and Slenderman just had his little tentacle tapping your shoulder. We're like, no, come back and play. Not to be ominous or scary or anything.
No, then all you hear from in the distance of the woods is, "Come play with us."
Hello, Kara. Welcome to the stream.
would.
We're telling spooky
Yeah.
stories. Yeah, no, if I heard that, I'd book it so fast. Yeah. No, that really does sound like something out of Slender Man. Like he was targeting you, and you
Yeah.
just barely got out of the forest right as he touched your shoulder.
He touched me.
You got touched by Slender Man. Oh no.
The Slenderman girls could never. Please tell me somebody knows what I'm talking about.
I'm afraid
no.
to disappoint, Charlie. I don't.
Okay, so this is, gosh, like 4 or 5 years ago-ish, I think. But there was something called the Slenderman stabbing.
Oh wait, it's like the real man's
yeah.
real
No, this
real
was
life
years
Slenderman
ago.
thing, isn't
No,
it?
this was years ago.
This was,
No.
I don't remember. Yeah, this was years
This
ago,
was like
but pretty
10,
much,
like 12 some years ago.
Oh,
there's
I see.
these
Thank you,
three
Carl.
girls that there was these 3 girls that were all friends and were really into creepypasta, and they believed that Slenderman was actually real. And so what they wanted to do was they wanted to, try and summon him. And they pretty much what they did was the 2 girls tried to stab their 3rd friend to death. She didn't actually die, but they left her for dead in the woods. And then someone found her, she told them what happened, and then her 2 friends got arrested and put into jail because they tried to kill their friend.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Still in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, I see. I see what you mean. I now that you mention it, I do kind of remember vaguely the story, but like it was a while since I heard that. Hello and welcome,
This was,
Dot.
like,
Oh yeah.
this is
So
more
like,
than years ago.
all right. So I know you said that like you think Slenderman's actually real. I mean, it makes sense. There's things called egregores. If you know what an
Aggro what now?
is. An egregore. Okay, so an
Egregore.
egregore, an an egregore is an entity that is created and or summoned
Hello,
based
John.
on just enough people believing that it actually exists.
So if you believe it, it comes true.
Like Santa Claus.
If enough people believe it, yes.
It's like a fairy. Aw, someone gave Charlie a kiss.
I believe fairies are real too.
Oh, thank you. You know what? It would be rather rude if I didn't give one back. Mwah.
Well,
And so, yeah.
enjoy that kiss. I'm sure Value will be very pleased, Charlie. Look at you having the heart of an angel. You definitely didn't get that from your father.
Uncle Michael!
It's not my fault. You know your father. Am I wrong,
an
Charlie?
angel.
Your
You
brother.
call an angel.
I am an angel, so angel recognizes angel. That's why I recognize the angel in you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you think Grandpa will too?
Well, I believe for the whole of
Your grandfather's hard to please.
for the whole of existence's sake, I hope that he does. As Arsenic clarifies, it was only a forehead kiss, Charlie. Don't worry.
No, I know. Forehead smooch. Mwah. I don't. What were you people thinking? I have a lovely girlfriend, just so you know.
Whoa. You people.
Ooh,
By you people, Charlie.
it's not very redeeming
The
of
ones
you,
over
young
here-
lady.
The ones over here thinking I'm just going around smooching people straight on the lips. I have a lovely girlfriend. Thank you very much.
See, even Chad agrees. You people.
Okay, well, to be
You.
okay, well,
See,
to be-
yeah, exactly. What?
Okay, well,
Mhm.
well, like in specifically Cass. In specifically Cass.
Specifically,
You know how
Cat.
those people are.
Yes.
Yeah, those people.
Those people.
Damn.
Those people.
So rude, Charlie, and yet you're supposed to be redeeming people.
I would.
Then again, you are
never-
Hellborn. Is it possible for you to redeem yourself, do you think?
No.
Ooh.
I
It's
don't
because
know.
she's the daughter of a fallen angel.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
yeah.
possible.
Well, Charlie, you were born in hell.
Unfortunately, due to
Being the
situation,
fallen.
even if, considering not only that I'm a Hellborn, but my whole goal is to continue to rehabilitate sinners after I'm able to,
You're not a sinner, though,
rehabilitate.
so
Once I'm able to rehabilitate Angel and Alistair and everybody else who's already come to my hotel, I'd like
The
to.
radio
I'd
dear
still like to
cannot.
be able
Miles?
to stay.
The radio dear cannot
What?
be redeemed.
You think you
You
could smile
don't
to
know
be
that.
redeemed?
Hello,
Bruh.
Amelia Imp.
Look at
See,
him.
they even got the bra in
Look
here.
at him.
Weren't you the one who called him a, and I quote, strawberry pimp?
Oh, he looks like a strawberry pimp, yeah. Yes,
Angel?
anyway. Look, he's
Down,
very
Someone
boy,
has
down.
taste.
today.
Down, boy, down.
No.
So, should we go with the next ghost story?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this one comes
How
from when I was like super young, and it's only a short one, but it's one of the things that kind of terrified me most as a child. And so before we continue with the story, Chad has a question. Question to Charlie: what is your favorite Halloween song?
Oh, Monster Mash.
Good choice. He did the mash.
I was alive when that song was
He
made.
did the Monster Mash.
He did the
And
mash.
it was a graveyard smash.
The monster mash.
It got on in a flash.
Ah, woo. What,
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
The desync could never allow for proper duets on stream.
Unfortunately.
I know. You'd have one singing and then the other one's like 3 seconds behind. It's not usually that big, but like, you get the point. Anyway, so,
This way.
yeah. So, my childhood ghost story. Now, this one, I was like 7 or 8 at the time. I was very young. And thank you for the follow, Amelia Imp. I appreciate it. And I'd gotten home from school, and my little sister at the time, she was still in like a little cot. So we had stair gates up and stuff like that, so she couldn't get around. She was in the cot anyway. And my parents were down. Well, my mom was downstairs. My dad was at work. The rest of the family were downstairs. And I was just chilling in my bedroom, kind of looking out of my bedroom window, daydreaming idly by, because this was back in the day when kids
The
having
good old
phones weren't
days.
like super big. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, I got a phone like around that age, a little later, but this was before that or any of that. And as I'm daydreaming out of the window, I feel a tap on my shoulder, and couldn't have been anyone because everyone else was downstairs. So I'm like, who's tapping my shoulder? I turn to look to my left, and I see the most horrifying face, smiling and staring with wide ass eyes, like probably wider than this model will allow me to do. Like, it was like no eyelid wide, like Jeff the Killer kind of eyelid wide kind of smile, staring out of the window with me. And I screamed for my life. I've never gone downstairs that fast before in my life. I flew down my stairs. It felt like one giant jump from the top of the stairs to the bottom of the staircase. And immediately ran to my mother. And for a while after that, it terrified me. I would refuse to go upstairs in my own house alone for fear of that thing, whatever it was, coming back. Like, if I wanted to go upstairs, I'd have to make sure that my brother or someone else in general was upstairs. It would usually be my brother. But if he went downstairs, I'd wait about 5 seconds and immediately follow. Flash can fly confirmed. I can. I mean, I do got wings.
Flash.
Yes.
Are you sure it wasn't your own reflection? Dot.
Rude.
No.
I'll have you know it wasn't my reflection. It came from beside me, not in the window.
It came from beneath the kitchen.
Jordan the Hedgehog's favorite Halloween song is This Is Halloween from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a good choice as well.
That's a good choice. Yeah.
This
Me
is
personally
Halloween.
love
This
that
is
video.
Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Excuse you? Someone threw a shuriken at the screen.
Oh.
I forget, you guys can't see it, so I'm
Bro.
sounding all schizophrenic right now.
I'm on the Twitch
Where
stream
is
right now.
I'm watching the YouTube one.
Yeah,
Just to try to
yeah,
help with that
yeah,
comment section if you want.
Yeah, give it a few seconds for latency. You'll see the shuriken hit the screen. Yes, you missed. Make sure the next time you don't
Oh,
miss.
there it is.
Well, unfortunately I have to go, but you wonderful folks, give me a send out. Also wish you a happy early Halloween. Take care, everybody. Of course we can. Thank you for joining the stream, Crit. Thank you, Cass. Thank you for joining the stream, Chris. It's been wonderful having you here.
Yeah,
Say goodbye,
thanks
guys.
for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Chris. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Happy. Okay, I almost dodged that one before it happened. Actually, that was close.
Oh.
I dodged it, hit me in the eye.
The shuriken? Did somebody throw another
Yeah,
shuriken?
there's another shuriken at my face.
Do I need to step in? Does Charlie need to step in?
Yes, Charlie. Tell them you don't take shit from other demons.
So, as the Princess of Hell, I must very seriously, but kindly, of course, ask that you please do not assault my uncle. You know, I'm trying to get this really good thing going here with my hotel, and the more support I have, it's gonna be very beneficial. And not only that, but considering that's my uncle, let's not try and attack him. I understand that being a sinner can be really hard sometimes, but you still have to
Behave.
have some form of morals.
Thank you, little apple.
Of course.
Glass of arsenic. I said not to miss. I meant don't miss Angel, not don't miss me. Angel's the one that deserves it here.
You missed.
Can we also not please try to kill Angel?
Oh yes, actually, you need him to be
Already
your
dead, princess.
your little experiment.
I need him alive. It's not an experiment.
Oh, yes,
I know
it's
it
going
can
to work.
happen. How is it an
Yes.
experiment?
Yeah.
I know.
I have every faith it's going to work,
How
Charlotte.
do you know? You do it.
Thanks.
Ah, no! A tomato! You're gonna mess with my fluff.
Oh, poor Angel. So,
Tomato, I mean.
I
I
have
bel-
a lot of work to do.
you do. And the next step of action for your work is it's your turn to tell a spooky story. What else happened to you?
Has to pull with me.
So much has happened.
I cleaned it off.
I can do one that's less like I
Okay,
can
stop
here's a
throwing at
ghost.
me.
Stop throwing things at Angel. Thank you. Okay.
Got
So
sneezed on.
this
You know
one.
how long it takes me to do my hair?
So, yes.
Okay. So this one is less spooky, but it's still a ghost story. This was back when I was
Hi,
about
Tom.
14 years old, and my aunt had passed away at around this time. This is important detail.
I see.
So that fast forward, I'm 18. I'm about to graduate high school, and my senior year had been a bit of a fiasco because that's when we had COVID hit. So
By
that
the
was
way,
already a
Dot,
rough
the
year.
throwables are on Twitch.
So yeah, it was a rough year. But that same day, it was so strange because every time I was at home, all I would smell is snickerdoodles, which was my aunt's favorite cookie. She always baked them, and I was like, well, this is a little weird, but okay.
Yeah, I was
I
confused where that
just
was
went
going
with
for a
it.
second then too, you clarified.
Yeah. So it just smelled like snickerdoodles all day. And there's like random things going on that were like things that she enjoyed, things that she did. I was catching movements out of the corner of my eye a lot that day too. I didn't fully understand what was going on at the time because I'm like, okay, well, this is all a little weird because it's the day before I have my graduation ceremony. That night, I don't know if it was just my brain doing brain things but I'm very spiritual. I very much believe in things like life after death, that whole jazz. So I definitely believe it was her who came and said she pretty much said that she was proud of me for graduating and to tell my mom to not hold on to her death the way she has been for all these years, and that it's okay and she can let go now.
Aw.
So that's less spooky, but there's a ghost story for you, kind of lighten the mood a little bit.
Aw. That's quite a sweet one. That's a little less spooky.
It's okay.
So-
I'll tell you. Next story will be about when I scried.
So John Skellington has a question to everyone. Which character would you hang out with from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Oh, that's a hard choice.
I'd probably hang out with Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Those are my nice kids.
Please ignore the chaos ensuing in the background. I have cats.
You are inside my ears just now.
And I'll do it again.
No, please, spare me. Alright,
Alright,
so...
headphone users, headphone audio warning.
Don't do it. We're not having Charlie ASMR. No, not right now, at
You will
least.
do
Maybe
it.
another time.
You're in for a scare.
Flash. Hi.
Aye. See, doing that doesn't work. You gotta do it to our resident simp here, Angel Dust.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, Angel.
Oh, Scarecrow. Oh, Angel.
Yes.
The huff.
Angel.
Yes.
Angel, what is your scary story?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, yes.
Stupid.
You got too carried away.
I was too carried away. This
Got
one
lost in the moment.
was.
Lost in
Yeah, I
the
got lost in the
sauce.
moment.
Lost in the
Lost
sauce.
in the sauce. Not bad.
Not bad.
I got one from a while back. So this was.
Continue. I'm trying to coax
Oh.
my cat out of doing something stupid.
This was when I was about maybe 7 or 8. Ever since I'd been born, like spooky things have been going on around me and my family. But this one was particular. So I don't remember a lot from this night other than waking up. I remember the dream I was having. I had a dream where there was this thing chasing me, like a big dark shadow. But I knew it was just a dream. It was kind of like a lucid dream, but it was a nightmare that I couldn't wake up from. And then, like, I hear in the distance my mom calling me. And, like, it kind of wakes me up a bit, but, like, I kind of fall back asleep. And then she, like, yells my name. And then I wake up. I'm at the top of the stairs. And, like, with one foot out, like, I'm about to just fall down them completely. And apparently my mom had been calling me for like 5 minutes, seeing what I was doing, because she just saw me walking by her door. And it was a weird experience because I've never slept walk. Haven't slept walk since. And it regarding that dream might have like maybe something else other than me was controlling my body that night. And I don't think I was just gonna go down the stairs. I think I was gonna take a little bit of a tumble down those stairs, and it's kind of haunted me ever since.
You were possessed by a ghost. Ooh.
Ooga booga!
See, I'm gonna actually drift that one straight on to the next story, because that has reminded me of one of mine that I had. And this was a while ago. It was a dream that I had. And in the dream, I was just chilling and vibing in my room, and kind of it's late at night, and I hear my mom calling me from downstairs. So I kind of like I shout back, being like, "Yeah." She doesn't answer. Actually, I kind of step out of my room. I'm like, "Yeah," and she calls me again, being like, "Come down here." I'm like, "What is it? What do you need?" And it doesn't answer. So I start walking down the stairs. And as I do, I hear my mom's voice from upstairs telling me not to go down. She's like, "Don't go down there." I heard it as well. And it confused me. I didn't know whether I was to go up or downstairs. But so I was just kind of dead center in the middle, halfway up, halfway down. And I kind of hear my mom's voice kind of coming around the corner upstairs, distorted, and I'm like, okay, that's got to be her. I can hear her moving. Turns out it was actually my dog. And as it got closer to around the corner, it went from being my mom's voice to being like super like dark and distorted as I realized and saw that it was my dog. So eventually my dog was stood at the top of the stairs with a dark and distorted voice, being like, "Don't go down there."
Get the fuck out!
You weren't tripping? Are you sure you weren't high?
I'm sure.
Dude, oh my god, that reminds me of like two different separate instances that happened. But I'm 95% sure you just encountered. I'm just gonna call it a flesh pedestrian.
A flesh pedestrian? That doesn't sound good.
Skinwalker?
Yeah, a skinwalker, a flesh pedestrian. They work very similar to a couple other things in indigenous lore. Pretty much what they do is they're really good at mimicking. They can mimic voices. Some of them can mimic appearance. It's crazy. So there's like, and in a lot of cultures, if you think you hear somebody calling you, but you don't know for sure, you always want to wait until after 3 times. If someone's so like if you thought you heard your mom going, "Hey Flash," but you don't know if it's her, you wait, and then you just wait until, "Hey Flash," again. You're gonna have it wait 2 more instances, because after the 3rd instance, if it doesn't happen again, it was a thing.
See, I can never trust that, because like, if it gets past 3 and it doesn't and she doesn't call me again, it's usually because my mom gave up. Usually, most time I'm answering, but like, yeah.
Or at least like get a hold of her and be like, "Is that you calling from me?" Because if you respond to it at that point, you are inviting it into your life. If you respond, you are inviting it in.
So I invited in a flesh pedestrian in my dream.
You potentially invited something in.
It's okay. I've got another story where I think I defeated it, but we'll get to that one in a bit.
Okay, so all right, question. You guys want to hear about like some spooky deer, or do you want to hear about the last time I ever candle scried? Do you want to hear about the deer?
Deer.
Yeah, let's go with the deer first. Then.
Okay. So
before we do though, questions to Charlie. What's your plans for this year's Halloween?
So I personally plan on, Angel, cover your ears because you don't know about this. But
Okay.
pretty much. So I want to put together a fun Halloween party for everybody who's here at the hotel and invite everybody from the outside in. See if I can get some more people wanting to be rehabilitated and just reward everybody who has been working so hard on redemption. So that's what I'm thinking about doing for the year.
Oh, so your Halloween plans is basically a marketing campaign.
No, it is not a marketing campaign! It is a reward!
But yours.
If I could get some people interested, I wouldn't be opposed.
Very well, I understand. Now, to your story, Charlotte.
Okay.
Can I uncover my ears now?
Yes, you can.
You can uncover your ears now.
Just leave him there covering his ears the whole time.
No, yeah. You can just say like that, it's fine.
Also, my rig is probably about to break while I take a drink.
Oh no. Alright. this was actually both of these were very recent. The first instant was almost a year ago. It was late fall, and I had just gotten off of work and I was driving home. It was around 11:30 when I finally got home. I was sitting in my car listening to some music because there were some pretty good songs coming up on Q. I am missing those, right? I'm sitting there and I'm looking out in my yard and there's a couple of deer just chilling in the yard. I'm like, okay, that's normal. I live out in the middle of nowhere, right? And then, but there was just something off about it. I just didn't know what it was. I think what bothered me the most was how close the deer were. And one of them, you couldn't see the reflection of the eyes. You could tell it was looking right in my direction, where the headlights would reflect in its eyes.
Is this a Skinwalker confirmed?
Let me finish my story.
Okay.
So, but at the time, I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Maybe it's just really dark and they're farther than what I think they are. So I turn my car off and I'm getting ready to get out of the car. But something was like, you need to turn your car lights back on right now. I'm like, okay. So I turn my car back on. I turn my headlights back on. The deer whose eyes were not reflecting, its head was now the shape of a dog. So I made the smart choice and told myself whatever I just saw. No, I did not. I did not see that. I grabbed my stuff. I just walked in the house.
You really just saw a Skinwalker mid-shift and went, nuh-uh.
No, I was at home. This was outside of my house. It was sitting in my yard. So that's why I said nope. Because you can't be in a horror movie situation if you don't let it happen.
You didn't want to be the first one to die.
No, so I walked inside. I told everybody who was awake about what happened. And then I went upstairs and I locked my room down. I was not playing around. I had incense going. No. I had my incense going. I made sure all my dream catchers were up. I had my crystals sitting out.
I see.
I was calling on my ancestors. And then the second time I had an issue with a deer of the same matter, I was once again coming home from work. And this was like 5 months, not even 5 months ago, like 3-4 months ago. There was a deer on the road, like 5 minutes up the road from my house. This deer comes like walking up to the side of the road, which is normal. Deers are stupid. They're a little stupid when it comes to traffic.
Yeah.
But the way the deer looked at me, cocked its head at a 90-degree angle, and just with its head at a 90-degree angle, just watched me drive by.
The deer Alistair itself. You know how Alistair was kind of with his neck?
Yeah. And I was like, no.
Not today, Radio Man.
Not today. Oh, also, John Skellington has a question. Uncle Michael, he wants to know if you know Oogie Boogie.
I know Oogie Boogie. Oh, is my chat start working? I was gonna say, it's been a hot minute since I said.
He wants to know if you know Oogie Boogie.
Do I know Oogie Boogie? That bag of bugs. I don't believe I do. But then again, he's probably... You say he's from the Nightmare Before Christmas? I believe anything nightmarish belongs in hell. So I don't think we would have met. Not yet, at least. Unless dear old Charlotte here manages to redeem them.
Another person who wants to join my happy hotel?
I don't know if they wish to join, Charlotte, but... Hello, Roxas. How are you doing?
I'm so sorry, I have a song stuck in my head. it's a punk band's cover of the Wiggles' "Do the Twist."
The wiggle.
It has been ages since I've heard anything about the Wiggles.
Yeah, no, they worked with a couple punk bands, and so a couple punk bands did a cover of a couple of their songs, and they also, and then in turn, the punk bands whose songs got covered, they all did a cover of a Wiggles song.
See,
Oh,
the last
oh.
Wiggles song I remember is the fruit salad one.
Oh my goodness,
Fruit
have you seen the
salad,
one where they smash
yummy,
it with
yummy.
I'd like a
Slipknot?
rusty spoon.
I have,
The
yes.
psychosocial one? Yes!
Yeah, it gets all like screamy.
I did my time!
Die! But Rox has asked,
Oh,
so everyone, what
awesome.
do you think of Asmodeus?
Mwah.
Angel.
That's
do I
my
need to
opinion.
Do I need to get the spree bottle?
He's a sin, princess. He's the sin of us. Listen,
You hear that?
Val can provide,
You hear
but
that?
Asmodeus.
I don't have my
bottle.
spray.
No. Why? You're making me all damn.
Aw,
Oh no.
poor
It
angel.
takes to blow dry all this.
About 5 seconds. You're in hell. It's hot.
You bitch.
Excuse you, Cassandra. So, that was one hell of a tale.
Johnny,
Was.
I think any sinner's redeemable. Oh, and thank you, Roxas. You're welcome. I'm looking at your chat now.
Yes, I heard your new song, Charlotte. I don't approve of your language, young lady.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe you. Excuse you. I believe you say it's gonna be a fucking happy day in hell.
Whoa.
Watch your language, little apple.
Whoa.
What?
Wow,
I have,
watch your language.
in my defense. Hear
You
me
got it from your
out.
mother, didn't you? Got quite the temper on her, she has.
Maybe. But I was also going to say, it's just a word. It's only a hateful word if you use it with intention to hurt people.
This angel needs to go to
Like-
horny jail. Confirmed.
Like I could
Oh.
call somebody, like somebody could get called like a bitch, but like it could be endearing, so it's not mean. However, if I called somebody a cotton-headed nitty muggins with the intent to hurt them, then that's a bad word.
Bruh.
Who you calling Pinhead? Who you calling Pinhead?
Alright, Pinhead. Your time is up. You call
Speaking of time being up, your time is up, Angel. Hand over your next spooky story.
next.
That's an
Put
order.
it in the bag.
I gotta reach into the
Cass!
stack of tricks for this one. What did Cass say? Do I need to kill her?
No, Cass just tried to blow up my uncle. That's all.
Oh, you're a little delayed there.
That's crazy.
Besides,
Okay, well, I'm also on a desync. To be fair,
yes, understandable.
the connection
But
down here in hell sometimes isn't always the best.
well, you could say our connection up here is divine. Unintended.
No.
Can angels swear in heaven, by the way?
I
Roxas
mean,
wants to know.
it depends on the severity of the swear.
Whoa.
For the most part, we
Does
will
it
say things like
follow-
heck instead. We definitely can't use our Lord, our father or brother's names in vain. So there's no thing such as saying Jesus Christ or oh my God. It would be like,
that's the sun.
yes. I mean, some of us play around
a
with it. We
taboo.
say oh my father instead.
That takes
So is it
away
kind of
half
like a
of my
taboo?
vocabulary.
Is it like a taboo then?
Well, it's taboo anyway, Charlotte. You should never use the Lord's name in vain.
That's not what Dad says.
Yes, well, your father's wrong.
Is he really
That was your father.
though? Question for Angel Dust: is the prostitute attitude an act?
Is it a what?
Mwah.
We are gonna ignore that.
We're going to ignore
No!
Wallace.
No, we are going to ignore everything about that in her.
I believe that was a forehead kiss. Don't worry, Charlotte.
Ba.
Say what?
Baba baba baba.
On what?
Do not see the username.
What, is that a bad word? Presiding.
Oh, is it?
Thank you.
Skinwalker? No, it's a.
A Wally.
Wally.
Attitude and act.
See, that's not
No,
so bad.
Skinwalker, it is not an act.
Anyway,
It's just me.
yes, Scarecrow.
We're working.
Put your
we're
scary
working
story
on
in the bag.
Put it in the bag.
Scrying.
Put it in the bag.
It
Put it
puts
in
the
the bag.
story
Alright, hold on.
in the
I gotta
bag, or
reach into
else
the
it
sack
gets
for
the
this one.
spray bottle again.
I gotta reach into the sack for this one. I gotta really dig deep.
Oh, so you don't even
If
have
we
one
run out of scary
planned.
stories, we can find some.
No, I have them. No, I have them. I have a lot more. Okay, I got one.
One
So it
day,
was a normal
he
day.
woke up,
It was a
and then
normal
he
day.
looked in the mirror.
I got spooked, and I was chilling on the couch with my mom at the time. We were living with my dad's brother, and we were chilling on the couch watching The Simpsons. I'm pretty sure, and all of a sudden, it was just us, by the way. I don't know if my sister had been born yet, but it was just us. No one else was in the house. It was just me and my mom. We hear somebody come tumbling down the stairs. Like I'm not talking running. I'm talking tumbling. Like it sounds like somebody just got pushed, like from the top to the bottom of the stairs. And mom grabbed me, and we both ran out of the house, and we drove to a parking lot. And she called my dad. She's like, something just happened. And then later that day, everything's chill. We're having Chinese. I didn't eat Chinese at the time. And suddenly, out of nowhere, there was no storm, no nothing. The lights cut out. All of the lights cut out. For no reason. And they continue to stay out all night. And those incidences might have been related, but that's not even the end of it. The next day, I was upstairs, again watching The Simpsons. It was the only thing we had on DVD at the time. And I hear, like, someone telling me to come here. Like, it's just like, come here. And I just hear it at, like, the door. And, like, I start, like, getting the covers because I think, like, something's there. And then all I see is a head poke out. Like, I just see the top of a head. What I recognized. It was just the top of the head. And it's there for, like, a few seconds, and then it just quickly just sinks back. Then I yell for my mom, and she comes up, and I tell her what happened, and she's like, yeah, we're moving out now.
Oh.
And more stuff has happened. It didn't stop there.
Oh, so it followed
That's
you?
just from that house. Well, it's been following me all my life. I still have random occasions where it's like, something's there. I don't even think
see.
it's a ghost at this point. I think it's just a demon.
Okay, so we have some questions.
And it's something angry.
I'm not too sure if you answered it already, Angel. But question for Angel Dust. Is the prostitute act an act?
No.
Oh, so you're just a
Yes.
whore. Oh. Oh, you poor thing.
Yes, it's an act.
Roxas
I'm in
asks,
great pain.
Michael, can you tell us an embarrassing story about Lucifer when he was younger? Oh, I can. So,
You know,
This-
I
this-
actually haven't heard much stories about when I think.
yes, what happened to you, Charlotte? Are you okay?
Okay. The connection in
There we
hell is
are.
really, really bad right now.
Damn, and you're supposed to have Steve Jobs down there.
That's why I'm in Val's studio. It's the only good thing. That's good internet.
So, an embarrassing story
Your hotel's got perks.
about Lucifer. It's quite a funny one, actually. So, some of the angels were aware of Lucifer's antics in the Garden of Eden when he was trying to, sway Eve. So, a few of us liked to misplace a few things. A little branch here, a little vine there. And one time it all came together in the most spectacular of ways. He was trying to sneak up on Eve, to mysteriously coerce her over to a bush. But you see, the reason why he was in that bush in the first place is he had tripped over one of the tree branches in the garden and had found himself bound up in some of the vines. And that was actually the story of how Eve first met Lucifer, which is why the second time he went there for his evil plans, he couldn't just face her in person, he had to disguise himself as said snake. He was too embarrassed.
Oh, I missed it.
You did. Unfortunately, you weren't born at the time, Charlotte.
No, like I said, the connection in hell is really bad since we're having some awful
Oh,
weather
you
in
didn't
the ring.
hear me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
that
okay.
was-
I'll tell you the story again some other time. Skinwalker asks, when you die and get sent to hell, is it a transformation or is it instant? It's actually
instant.
yes.
It's instant.
Kind of
So whenever we
instantaneous.
get a new sinner in hell, they're dropped in and they're in whatever form they're going to take in hell, in the rings. Most of them get dropped in the ring that, of course, I live in with my family. And yeah, sometimes it's a little unfortunate timing for some of the new sinners because of
Purge Day?
extermination day.
Extermination.
It's extermination.
We call it the cleanse, but if you call it extermination, so be it.
Well, it is an extermination.
Not quite. We're just cleansing the souls of that place. We can't let it get overcrowded now, can we?
That's what I'm
Father
working
doesn't want
on.
dear old Lucifer to have his
What about
own
heaven?
army.
I feel like
So
there's
you're
more good
killing
people
my
than bad people. Shouldn't you be worried about when heaven gets full?
Oh, if heaven could never get full. The main reason we don't want Lucy to have his own little army of sinners. What happens when Lucifer tries to storm the gates because he's got so many powerful little demons down there? They have to be cleansed. Keep the numbers
There's this little
down.
thing. I don't know if you know this. Listen,
They don't
Feathers, I don't
listen
know
to-
if you know this, but you have this guy on your right hand, or should I say, he's like your backbone. Little guy named God. You know, all
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah, my
Didn't believe in
grandpa.
him, but then I died.
Okay, between me and you,
Now I
Fluffy
kinda
Man,
have to.
when have you ever seen my father get his hands dirty?
When have you ever seen your father?
Now that's just being hurtful.
It's a better question.
No wonder
It's
you're
not my
down
fault
there.
you can't look at him. You know he's there, but you can't look at him.
Okay. Camino's asked how's everybody doing?
Yes. Oh, so, until just now, I was doing quite wonderful. Now I'm a little offended.
I'm doing great now.
Kingdom Roscast, so I need some advice. So Ozzy and Fizz have been flirting with them, but they have a crush on them both. Should you confess? Well, I mean, I don't think a confession is the way to go with the Overlord of Lust. He doesn't really do relationship. Unless you can that little imp of his, but, that's on the down low.
Hey.
But
Piss on
as
Fizz.
as it's claimed, they aren't actually together though. But
Allegedly.
I've seen some things
Oh.
during when all the overlords get together.
Whoa. Charlie, I have a question for you. Aren't you dating a sinner?
Yeah.
Yes,
Aren't
what
you
happens
still
when she
loyal?
gets redeemed?
It's a great question.
Hmm.
Well, I'd
I
like
feel
to
like dating a
imagine.
I feel like dating royalty is a little like more blasphemous, I should say, than dating a sin. I could be wrong.
Well,
You know?
Yeah.
well, the way that I see it, is once she's redeemed, hopefully she'll be able to go on to heaven and have a
I'm
good
sure you'll be
afterlife.
able to visit them. I'll fly down and
Doesn't
bring
seem
you
like
up
a
sometime.
though.
Thank you,
Skinwalker asks,
Angel.
is it
I
bad that hell
appreciate
looks
it.
more fun than heaven? Heaven has flying creatures, babies, and clouds? Wow, it was a good all your life. Bit.
No.
Well, I
Yeah, but
will
yeah, you can do
admit,
whatever you want.
well, heaven you can do almost everything you want as long as it's not bad.
Almost. Almost.
Not
Yeah.
all fun things
Let me
have to
ask
be
you
bad.
something. Let me ask you something, Feathers.
I
Can
agree,
you do
actually.
crack in heaven?
As much as I
No.
love my people and I love every sinner and hellborn alike, if given the
Well, that
opportunity,
bummer.
since you're still alive, I would say try and, if you're worried you might not make it to heaven, try and redeem yourself. You'll be a lot safer up there too. I can
Yes, no
be honest with that.
extermination.
Hey, Michael, I got a question for you.
Yes.
How does it feel having a niece who's trying to do the same thing as your brother, trying to also prove herself to her father like your brother did to your father?
Well, I'd recommend against it. All fathers are little bitches, Mike. I mean, they're,
Ahem.
they are,
What was that?
irresponsible
What was that?
sometimes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
At
Uh-huh.
least Lucifer's present. That's as much as I can say. Somewhat present.
Exactly.
He's there in spirit.
Oh yeah, he is. He's the Holy Spirit. Oh
Yes, you
wait,
can at
no,
least
that's
see him
Jesus.
sometimes.
That's my grandpa.
Now, whose turn was it for the next spooky story? Angel, did you go?
Yes.
Ah, that means it's my turn again.
Alright, if you
Okay.
die in hell, where do you go, Angel?
Yep. What?
Somebody asked if you die in hell, where do you go?
Well, that depends. That depends on how you die. If you die just like getting your head chopped off by like a normal thing, you come back. You're a bit damaged, but you come back. Now, if you die from a holy bullet or like maybe get your head chopped off from a holy weapon, no one really knows.
Well,
I've died a couple times.
if it's from a holy weapon and you're a demon, then you just plain and simple die. You no longer exist. If you're a sinner purged by an extermination angel, you actually get sent to purgatory. And there you will spend the rest of
Yay.
eternity in solitude.
Unfortunately.
Solitaire. Oh, cool. Get to play cards.
Yeah.
Not that kind of solitaire,
Yes.
but you're trying.
You should have
Bless
just
your
let him have that
heart.
thought.
Yeah.
We know he likes solitaire. That's why he likes Husker. No, Roxas, I could never swear. I would never use such language that is beneath me. I'm a holy angel. I don't care.
Yeah, he would never fucking swear. What do you mean?
Charlotte?
I would never
Language?
do it either.
Oh my.
I
Good
would
to know.
never.
Mark the word. Which then
It's a good day
evolved
in
into
hell.
more
What do you
swears.
mean?
So, my story is it's the one that Scarecrows reminded me of. I think Scarecrows reminded me of it. Hold on, let me clear my throat.
Which one?
The one about like no way. I'm pretty sure it was Arctic that reminded me, like about the demon attaching itself.
Oh no, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
No, that's me.
Oh, that was you.
You did what?
So I mentioned that story about like the little demon that was my dog, and I responded to it. It was pretending to be my mom,
The demon dog.
and then it came out looking like my dog.
What's the dog doing?
Yeah, imagine that's how you get possessed, like because you accidentally respond to the demon because you get the memes, and you just look at the demon like, "What the dog doing?" You're like, fuck.
illnesses in hell?
Yes, there are illnesses in hell. It's not going to be a pleasant stay now, is it?
Yeah.
Like, for example, this is something that's common in our hellhounds, but for example, we have hellbees, which is like a nastier version of rabies.
I feel like
We
it's just
have
a normal version of.
hospital.
I feel like it's just a normal version of rabies. Just you wanted to be special, so you threw hell in front of it. Typical Lucy.
It's hellbees.
If
It's bad. It's pretty bad.
I'll take your word for it.
Before we
now,
had the vaccination, it was a big problem.
Make a
Well.
banana at me.
at least you have the vaccine now.
I don't need the vaccine.
Why not?
I'm not a hellhound.
Oh yes, that is true. You're not. I said it's true. You're not a hellhound. Okay, so my story. So I'm pretty sure that I used to have a demon attached to me because I would have dreams a lot. Well, I say dreams, more like nightmares. And in said nightmares, there would always be this like jittery kind of black shadow figure with glowing red eyes, usually trying to like chase and kill me, but it would always be there. And the last big dream that I remember having with it that was super scary was one where I was just kind of running through my little town place, going to see one of my old elementary school friends for some reason. And as I get close, like the dude's not home, so I kind of go to circle back and take the long way home. And as I do so, I notice at the top of the hill, out comes a good old demon boy, standing at the top of the hill, and it's just his red eyes were just piercing into my soul. And I kind of run in between the houses to try and lose him. And as I'm running around, like I can feel that he's chasing me. Like, I can't see him, but I can feel that he's there. And I get close to my house, and I kind of see like a little army of like mini demons, I suppose. They're also black figures, no glowing eyes or anything. I just thought they were chavs, because my area. And they kind of spot me and start trying to chase me. So I jump over this fence, and as I jump over the fence, they kind of run through the gate to get in, and I don't realize that gate is the only way in and out. I've just jumped over the fence. It's going to be too slow for me to turn around and try and jump back over because I don't have the momentum. And I can't spend like 20 seconds trying to climb it. So these demons end up kind of surrounding me, and they throw me into this plastic white lawn chair. And I'm kind of just like stuck there. I couldn't move. And then the big demon shadow figure kind of looms over me, tilts my head to the side, and has a machete. I'll let you imagine the details. And yeah, I went through this thing where like I could kind of somewhat feel what happens in my dreams, so it was painful. And yeah, on like the second strike, I woke up, and I kind of woke up like real dramatically, like with a massive gasp. I kind of woke up being like, what the hell? It was wild.
Understandable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Skinwalker.
Are there domestic
Fascinating.
pets in hell, or are they all waiting to kill you? There are a few
I got a
domestic.
pig, so
Yeah, Angel has fat nuggets.
I got
Banana.
brown nugs.
He's gonna come in handy around Christmas. Pigs in
Who's that,
blankets.
bird boy?
Oh.
It's like you touch my pig, I swear to your father.
And what are you going to
Listen.
do?
Okay, you don't want to
I'm
know.
not-
Okay, last time there was an issue like this, Alistair thought it'd be funny to try and get Angel back for some pranks that he did. And long story short, I spent a lot of money trying to build the damage and a lot of months trying to fix friendships. So if we could
I'll call it
like
friendship per
not.
se. Just acquaintances.
So if we
Now,
could.
anyway,
Pigs in
furry
blankets
boy,
for Christmas sounds
what am I
good.
gonna do?
Anyway.
My sweetie,
Do you have sleep
I'll lick
paralysis,
your wings
Michael?
off like your brother.
I have actually had sleep paralysis one time. And it was weird. Like I was kind of lay on my stomach. And I feel like I could still move, but so I don't know whether it's sleep paralysis or if there's just genuinely a weird demon stood next to my bed. Because I kind of woke up laying face down and stood next to my bed. I could feel that someone was stood there, and I kind of opened my eyes a bit to see, but I didn't want to give it away, so it was only a tiny bit. And from what I could see, it was just a dude stood at the side of my bed, standing over me. And I just knew he had like a red and black kind of like checkered shirt on, kind of like a lumberjack shirt. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and go back to sleep now. Hopefully I didn't realize that I was awake. But
That's a
speaking
couple
of
options.
which, there was another time where I woke up in the middle of the night, and I kind of sit up when I woke up, and I could feel something stood at the bottom of my bed, staring at me. As I kind of got to the top of sitting up, I realized, and I just kind of went, I kind of out loud just went, nope, and lay back down and try to go back to sleep. My exact words were just, nah.
Nah. Oh yeah, that reminds me of this new program that I'm thinking about instating with some of the demons who are a bit more out of touch with the current world. I'm thinking about giving them the opportunity to. Hold on. Don't give me what the hell? Hold on. Oh no, you don't. So I have a cat somehow climbing a wall tapestry. Give me a second. What are you doing?
We can hear her in the background just clawing her way up.
Oh yeah, no, that's Mochi. He's a pain in my butt.
Aw.
Mochi man, come here. Oh my goodness. Come here, buddy.
I remembered what I was saying. The original story. So after that dream where I get my head chopped with the demon. I later saw the demon in another dream, but at that point it was like a really lucid dream. Not one where I was aware, but one where I was like aware and in control.
Yeah.
And I decided I'm gonna face it down. I'm gonna fight with this. Me and this demon are gonna throw hands. And
Hands and claws.
Aww,
It's like your turn.
she's purring. Is that Mochi?
Yeah, that is him.
Aw, we got Mochi ASMR.
A moch.
The
Yeah.
Moch.
I failed that one.
He's BB.
So in this dream, I decided I'm gonna face off and throw hands with this demon. And
Nice.
Real.
actually, I did see the demon in the dream. Thank you, Cass. I'm just gonna take it. There we are. Like a massage. And so I did see the demon in the dream.
Don't chew on the cord.
And it kind of, I don't know, it's almost like it knew that I was planning to face it down, because it kind of tried to stand up and over me, like trying to seem like super big. Be like, what are you gonna do, little man?
Tried to be like
And
alpha.
yeah,
You.
and so I'm kind of looking up at this little demon boy. I say little demon boy. I'm looking up at this big demon boy, and yeah, he goes to kind of attack me, and I just uppercut this demon. So I uppercut him, woke
Real.
up like immediately after, being like, no, I wasn't done yet.
Based.
And I
More I needed to.
yeah, that black shadow figure demon with glowing red eyes hasn't been in my dreams since. So I'm pretty
like
sure I
scared of this
beat I beat the hell out of the demon haunting me, and it didn't want to come back.
You embarrassed him in front of his friends.
I did. Oh, poor little demon.
Ice cream cones.
Did you
on
just
the
try and
bed.
pet me, Mochi?
It's like, mother, you do it all the time. Why can I not do it to you?
Yeah, he'll
Mother,
he does this thing where he
mother, I
like raises
crave
his little
hugs.
paw up and like he'll like stretch it out and he'll like caress my face and he just looks at me.
Violence.
Skinwalker says,
Mother.
every time someone mentions sleep paralysis, I always imagine getting up and just bitch slapping the sleep paralysis. I would love to be able to do that.
Right. If sleep paralysis didn't like make you paralyzed, I feel like a lot more people would be like fist fighting their sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
I had sleep paralysis, but like I knew I was having it.
Scarecrow
So I
has a
just
sleep
shut my
paralysis
eyes.
demon. Its name is Appa.
My sleep paralysis. It's
Yeah.
the sleep
That's-
paralysis
It's a
demon does
clown.
not want to come
It's a
out and
clown.
face me.
Scarecrow,
Sleep
Scarecrow
paralysis
sees the
Don't you
corner
dare.
folk.
Oh, no, I'm not afraid of clown. I thought you were gonna say clownfish, and I was gonna be like, do not remind me.
No, I'm talking about.
You're scared of
the sister.
clownfish?
What, you're scared of
No, there was
clownfish?
this one Finding Nemo drawing that I saw. It was like, it was Marlin, and he like cut Dory open to try and find Nemo, but Nemo's behind him,
Wow.
and he's like,
Okay, I wasn't
and then
expecting it
he's
to be
like,
that
"No,
dark.
Nemo, you'll be safe inside me," and he starts to eat Nemo, but the police fish kick down the door, and they like save Nemo, and like Marlin has gone completely insane.
What am I hearing right
And
now?
What is this?
It's okay, so
No, thank you.
it's like a little series made by this guy Bryman on TikTok. He's a really good artist, and he just makes like really twisted versions of like things like the Lorax is like World War II. Finding Nemo is just like this weird thing. Carl gets his house blown up.
Oh,
Up.
well, whatever you like to watch in your
He's a
spare
really good
time, I won't
artist.
judge.
Oh my god, I didn't mean to watch these. I was super baked at the time. So I watched them, and the next day I was like shell shocked. Like I could not think straight. I was completely out of it.
Yeah, I'd be a little
were just
messed up
going through
after
my
reading
head.
something like that as well.
Me, yeah.
Cass, I will
You can
100%
ask
judge
Cass. Like I was not able to sleep. You can ask Cass. I was not able to sleep one time after thinking about it.
you. Well, she says she's judging you right now, so.
She's judging me. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
for
Hi,
reading
Cass.
it.
Hi, buddy. It's not
So-
really like a reading thing either. It's like he draws it, and he's really good. He's like really detailed with it.
Oh, okay, so the stream's been going on for like an hour and 20 minutes now, so this is like 20 minutes overtime. Y'all are getting extra. So,
Getting extra.
let's do final stories then, you two. Which one of you two would like to go first? I've just told mine. Pick a card, any card. Which one? Anyone.
Alright, I guess I'll tell you about the last
I
time
pick the
I
Joker.
scryed.
Okay. Roxas asks, so Michael, what did you and your siblings think when Charlie was born? Well, actually, a lot of us found out quite late. We didn't actually know. We don't have much contact down there in hell. So, she was definitely well and truly born by the time we knew. But we did want to come visit her, but it's hell, so it's very rare we do. Unless there's a meeting summoned, in which case we usually see Lucifer, not Charlotte. Usually when there's a meeting and Charlie was younger, Lilith would take care of her.
Doesn't Adam run the extermination?
Oh, yes. He's kind of partnered with them, yes. Anyway, so to your story, Charlotte, Charlie, Arctic.
Alright, so for those of us who do not know, Arctic is a bit of a spooky person. Arctic likes the spookies. Arctic
Yeah, she dresses up as a clown nun on weekends.
And Wednesdays.
Don't you dare
And
remind me of
Wednesdays.
that.
And Wednesdays.
It's
Not
some
this
great
Wednesday,
makeup.
though.
Air remind
It's not
me.
this Wednesday. I'm having really bad period cramps and a couple other health issues. So
Oh, so that's why you joined us right now.
yeah, because I didn't go to the thing. I was in a lot of pain. I'm still in a good amount of pain, but it's okay. But anyways, so yeah, I do a lot of basic level like witchy stuff.
Yep.
And one of
Also,
the things, a
real
lot
quick
of what I
from
do.
real quick from Skinwalker, if you have a baby in hell, does it stay in hell or go to heaven? So, regular sinners
stay in
can't
hell.
reproduce. However, the hellspawn can. So like hellhounds, imp, overlord, squeesha, kind of like that, and of course royalty. People like those. Anyone born in hell, they can reproduce, but it's hellborn then, so it will stay in hell.
Yeah. But so I was one night I had lit a candle and I was doing a little bit of candle scrying. For those who don't know what candle scrying is, it's a form of divination, which is mostly what I like to work. I do a lot of divination work. And so one night I had lit a candle, and when you candle scry, you don't actually look into the flame. You want to hold a soft gaze that looks almost right above the flame. And usually from there, you can either see things in the flame, or the candle flame can start to move and dance in a way that looks like a head shaking or a head nodding, which is mostly the type of like divination and spirit work and spirit communication that I do. Whenever you are done with your session, you always say goodbye and you blow out your candle, and then if you want to, you smoke or do whatever kind of cleansing you do to cleanse the area of any lingering energies and any remnants of energies. So one night I was smoke cleansing, not smoke cleansing, I was scrying, and the flame started to dance in a way that it shouldn't have been dancing. There wasn't any airflow, there wasn't a draft. So the candlelight was pretty much fanning itself and spiking and going nuts. And I was like, okay, something's trying to communicate. Now I'm sitting here talking to this candle, looking like I'm nuts. And it was a very, very intelligent interaction. Something that I will say though is whenever you are doing any form of scrying or divination or working with spirits in that manner, do not give it a name, because what's in a name?
Power.
Exactly. Power is in a name. If you name it, it can attach to you. If it
I'm
is a
gonna
human
name you
spirit,
Jeffrey. Little Jeff.
if it has a but yeah, if it was a human spirit, it can offer up a name. I never try and like get actual names out of them sometimes, unless like you can very clearly tell that this is not a malevolent entity. It's very, it's very benevolent, very kind. It's not wishing to cause you harm. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking to this candle for an hour, and it was really weird how intelligent the responses were. Because you are very limited in a candle scrying when you're using in that type of situation, and you're not using it to see what the spirit's trying to tell you, but using it as like pretty much the spirit's using it as a form of communication. There's a lot of yes or no questions, and it was so crazy just because I've never had that much of an intelligent interaction in my life. It got to a point where there was one, like, I stopped speaking for a minute because I was trying to think of what to do, and the spirit was very, very chatty, very talkative. So you could tell it was mad because the candle kept like fanning itself. It would spike. The flame would get like, I'm gonna go with
Brighter?
like 2-3 inches. Yeah, it would not only get brighter, but it would go like, it would
Oh,
spike up
bigger.
and get longer. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then after that whole session, I said goodbye. I blew the candle out. When I said goodbye, the flame actually waved. It was really
It waved.
crazy. Yeah, the flame.
Tiny little flame hand was like, goodbye.
Yeah, no, the flame waved back and forth, and then I ended the session. 3 days later, I light the same candle that I had used for my scrying without planning to initiate contact. I think that night I was really tired and I forgot to smoke cleanse that night to get rid of that reminiscing energy. So I lit the candle. I put on, I forgot what I was watching. I was watching an anime though. I was watching anime. And the candle, started like flickering and got excited. And I was like, hello? And the candle waved. I was like, okay, so Candle Dude is back. And I said, they're like, do you like this type of stuff? Candle nodded yes. I was like, okay.
Did the Candle Dude have a crush on Arctic?
No. So what I think the candle. So after like multiple sessions, I came to the understanding that it might potentially be my mom's late fiance. Because before I started scrying with that candle, there was very specific walking pattern that he always did throughout the day. It was usually around like 10 o'clock. He would wake up and get out of bed, and you would hear someone get up from my mom's room, walk down the hallway and down the stairs into the kitchen. You would never see anything. The most you might see is a bit of movement and out of the corner of your eye. There was that. There was a couple times where I would come home and there would be like a race or a poker game on, or the TV would be turned on to Transformers or some type of action movie, because he really liked action movies. He liked playing poker, that type, that type of stuff. So I was like, I had a feeling it might have been him. I'm not ever gonna, ask it straight up, is this your name? Just because, again, you don't know for sure. But I have a feeling that was a communication from somebody who I was close to in their life, which is really crazy.
That's a pretty cool one. It's not like too scary. Yeah, keeping it light and friendly, but don't want to give people nightmares before the end of stream.
Yeah. Okay, so someone said, how does an Ouija board work in hell? So pretty much, the way that I've seen it work is, it's kind of before we had phones in hell. That's how people would like pretty much try and get a hold of each other through the boards, and they would have conversation via the board, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think they mean like how they work like on the opposite side for humans trying to contact the dead.
Oh yeah, okay. So whenever you use a Ouija board, it can open up a portal into hell. You never know where it's gonna open and what ring it's gonna open in. But it provides a chance for a sinner or a hellborn alike to come through. And at that point, most of the time it's gonna be it really depends. Some of them they'll come and then they leave after the interaction. Some of them can end up staying. And then that's what I guess people like what the human world classifies as a demonic attachment or demonic haunting, or potentially demonic possession.
Yes, and it's a very primitive tool, so you're not guaranteed to reach the person that you're intending to actually see. That when the portal opens, it opens nearby, but not in the immediate vicinity. It's still close enough that they'll be able to hear you, but whether the other sinners and demons hear before them and to get there first is an entirely different matter. Depends on where the portal spawns.
A lot of them, they want to go back and try and live longer because they're very upset that they died.
Or they're just very angry and want to cause a ruckus. We've had to deal with plenty of them.
I know.
Yes, we actually have a special division just for that.
Demonic task force.
Somewhat.
You're not killing them, right?
No, we're just returning them to where they belong.
Return to sender.
Unless it's on Father's orders.
Reapers.
He doesn't tend to order much.
Does not to say much either.
When are we gonna get a Hazbin Hotel movie? I mean, we're getting a series.
Yeah.
That's they haven't given us an exact date yet, but they are saying
I-
that it's going to release in February.
Sometime in
So-
January.
We should get a yeah.
Oh.
We should get this. Yeah, we should get
January
the
or
series in the
February?
summer. I thought it was in the summer.
Away.
No,
I thought it was the summer.
you've missed that one. You're late. So summer didn't happen. But
No, I'm
it's
talking
got
like
like
next,
official.
like 2024 summer. I thought was when it was supposed to come.
No, it was meant to be summer 2023.
I thought they pushed
then
it.
it-
Yeah, then I thought
then
they
it got
pushed
pushed
to summer
back.
2024.
No, it got pushed back and that's releasing in either January or February, whichever one, of 2024. It's been confirmed. We've had trailers. It's coming to Prime Video.
Yeah, and hasn't there? And I'm pretty sure there's also been
A season 2.
and not only season 2, but there's a supposed leak in the first season episode titles.
Oh yeah, apparently yeah. There's been like a leak for like Lucifer's voice as well. Got a New York
Yeah.
accent instead of what
His
everyone
singing
thinks.
voice.
Yeah.
And then I'm excited that Husker is getting voiced by the same guy that voices Dr. Facilier.
Keith David, I love.
I
Keith
keep
David.
seeing that one GIF, but like redrawn, where it's that dude being like, "Welcome to hell, motherfucker," and like someone's drawn over it to be Husk saying it.
Why is Alistair the radio demon?
Oh, he's a product of his time.
Story that Faggy told me.
Yeah,
I
he's
can't remember.
he's a product of his time. He was an old-time radio announcer, and it's kind of what his passion was.
Yeah.
And I believe
I
people
asked
people
him, I
say
don't
that he
think
used to
that
hunt
out.
deer, and that's why he kind of took on that form.
Yeah, a lot of with a lot of the cases of the sinners when they arrive in hell, the way that they look and their characteristic takes on characteristics and
Of their life.
and
And how
details
they
about them.
died.
Yeah, about their life. Yeah, and how they died. Because not only that, but I believe Alistair, he was unalived by a hunt. Like, didn't somebody like get him with a hunting rifle too?
That's
Right?
what some
Keith
people say.
David
Yeah.
on these.
Yeah. And
I believe
what
we'll have to
else?
ask him sometime.
Mm.
Okay, so
Yeah, little- I don't know.
before we end the stream, Scarecrow, your story, final story of the night.
Give us a spook.
My final story of
The final spook.
Give us a spook and a scare.
A spook and a scare.
A spook this
Um,
year. Hold on. I
It
have to
had
yell
been a
at some
couple
kids.
times.
Okay.
Um,
Thinking hard.
spooky. Spooky.
I can see the smoke.
I'm thinking there have been a lot.
Yeah. What do you think on that? Roxas asks, what is everyone's favorite and least favorite overlord?
In or out of character?
Out of character.
Okay. My favorite 100% is B. I love B so much. I think B is my favorite. I don't know who my least. I don't know if I really have a least favorite. But I don't know. Something about what is it though? Something about what is it? God, who is it? What's his fucking name?
Which one? You want about Mammon?
Sloth. Yeah, Mammon. Yes,
Yeah.
Mammon. Something about Mammon though. I don't know. Something seems off with him.
Yeah, I
Just his
don't quite like
Oh.
Mammon so far from his design and just from
I
like
don't like his
how
design.
things have
Yeah.
seemed to be in like
His ring.
yeah, how things seem to be in
I
his
think he'd
ring
be
and like
taller.
with Fizzaroli and stuff.
If someone-
Perhaps he's like B and he can
Way
change his
taller.
size.
Right, because like
imagine
that's what I was
imagine we see him and he's
a
just
lot
tiny.
a lot of
palm
the
of the
Ars
hand.
Goetia and Overlords seem to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean B can do it as well.
It's true.
Yeah,
But for
like
me,
B
I'd say though my favorite Overlord would probably be well like Paimon.
Paimon.
Yeah, I mean it's a bad dad, but it's funny.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's,
he's a
he's got
terrible
that
You
very
don't
kind of
like
like
Val.
commanding
That's
presence.
true. Oh yeah, Val does. I hate. Yeah, Valentino's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, Val.
Val, yeah.
What about
I
you,
gotta
Scarecrow? What's
say,
your favorite?
Ozzy is so cute.
That's
Ozzy, because
Ozzy.
him and Fizz are so cute.
Yeah, that
They
is true.
are.
I
They're
do like how they
adorable.
wrote Ozzy.
Their relationship is adorable. It
I did
melts my
see
heart.
Tiny Ozzy in episode 8.
Yeah. Skinwalker asks, what happens if someone has an obsession with Hot Wheels and dies, gets sent to hell? Do they become a Hot Wheels car? I don't think they become the car itself,
But I think
but they
can
take
get.
on kind of aspects to do with that.
Yeah,
So like
I feel
their
like they
their
would
head
come
would
up more
probably just be
mechanically.
like permanently stuck in a race helmet, something like that.
That'd be so cool.
Right, and like they might become a bit more like mechanically
Yeah,
inclined.
they've got like wheels on the bottom of their feet,
Mhm.
zooming around, looking like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Zoom zoom.
Meow.
So Scarecrow,
I
about
am
that story.
Speed Chow.
The story. Okay. I think. Yeah. Okay, I got one.
Hello, One Time
So
Productions.
Hello.
this one's a little creepier than the other ones. So listeners,
Yes.
beware. You're in for a scare. So this was maybe about 4 years ago. I had been living with my mom, bouncing between me and my mom and my dad's. And my mom, when she remarried, got this big house. It was 2 stories. It was just pretty big. And we had our fair share of moments, but there was one in particular. It was late. It was a weekend, and I was watching Practical Jokers. And then I like to check windows sometimes, just to check on the neighborhood, just to look at the view. This particular night, I checked out the window and I see someone standing in the front yard. They're not doing anything, and I thought it was weird. They're just like standing. So I thought it was just like a drunk dude or some guy coked out of his mind. I go back to watching Impractical Jokers, and then I hear the most like okay. Imagine okay. Imagine a guy is like getting stabbed in your front yard, but like 1,000 times louder. It woke everybody up.
Damn.
And then as soon as I heard it, I just ran to the window to go see.
No
The
self-preservation.
guy was gone. And then my mom, she goes downstairs, checks around the house, and checks the backyard to see if it came from the backyard. And there's now someone standing in the backyard. And my mom's ex-husband, he owned guns, so he went and got a shotgun, which I thought was really cool.
Also, that'd be
He
pretty cool,
he went to the
Roxas.
backyard. But as soon as he got outside, the guy was gone. There's no the gate wasn't open. And we had a pretty high fence, there was no way to climb over it. So it was just really weird. The guy was just gone. Nowhere to be seen, and somehow he got from the front yard to the backyard in that little amount of time.
That is a very spooky one.
That is spooky. You know what I wonder if you actually witnessed what is it? Because some ghosts can get stuck in like a time loop. Not all of them are sentient. Some are just stuck in like a time loop. So I wonder if you just witnessed a time loop.
I thought it was a banshee at first, but then I realized those are wolves.
Most of them, yes. That reminds me of a story. That
Thank you for the subscribe mutations. I appreciate it.
That reminded me of something I completely forgot happened to me like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, what happened?
So I was at home. So I was sitting in my room one night, and I was about to watch Death Echo. That's what it's called. Thank you, Wonton. Yes, a death echo. But I was sitting in my room, and I will say, like, it is possible that it could have not been something supernatural, but just the way it happened was very strange. So I was in my room one night and I had my window open. It was a really nice night, and I was gonna call someone, and we were gonna
Thank you,
sit here.
Skinwalker. Appreciate the subscription.
And whenever we were going to watch, what was it called? Marble Hornets. We were gonna watch some Marble Hornets that night, and then out of nowhere, I just hear this blood-curdling scream, but it doesn't sound completely human, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
at first, I'm like, maybe it's a fox, but there's just even when a fox screams, it sounds more like a child, not a woman, and we don't have.
Well,
mountain
I got a
lions where
soundboard of how a fox sounds. Where is it?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too loud. Oh, where is it?
Headphone wearing. It did not sound like that. It sounded like something mimicking a human woman's scream.
Yeah, that
And
sound clip's
so,
just a pug trying to take a dump.
but yeah, it sounded like something trying to mimic a human woman's scream. And something inside my brain was like, we're not playing. We're not
Language
risking this.
shot.
I was like, there's nothing that I was like, you know how there's that little voice inside of you that whenever there's something wrong, that it's like, hey, there's something wrong here. That's what happened, but it was screaming. That little voice was screaming the best it could. So I shut my window, I shut my curtains, I turned off my lights, and I sat in complete darkness for an hour and a half because I was not taking any risks. And then at one point, it looked like there was something standing out in my backyard. I could see it. My curtains are a little sheer, and I saw a figure standing in the backyard at one point in this hour and a half. And I was not having it. So I just kind of sat there for like an hour and a half, just trying to wait it out because I was not taking any risks.
Skinwalker says mountain lions that are looking to mate usually sound like women screaming.
Yeah, we don't have them.
Also, they ask, when is the next stream? I'm going to try and stream again on Saturday. So Saturday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 a.m. for anyone in the UK.
Yeah.
On other American time zones, but the way the time for wherever you are.
You said what time your time? Because I can do mental math.
1 a.m. my time.
1 a.m. Okay, give me a second. So pretty much the same time that tonight's was.
Yeah, same time as this one started.
So, all right. So if you're East Coast, that'll be 8 o'clock. If you are Central Time, that will be 7. Then, if you are over in California, that will be 5 o'clock. And then the time zone in the middle, of course, is going to be 6 o'clock. And this is all at night for the Americas.
I see. Well, there you have it. There's the times. I do believe that is the end of the stream for now. We've been going on for nearly 2 hours. This is only usually a 1 hour stream. I think we got carried away with our spooky stories.
You're like,
but
yeah.
I'm glad everyone's enjoyed listening to them, and I'm glad you've enjoyed telling them.
Yeah. I love spooky season.
Spooky.
We'll try and sort out a spooky game for Saturday's stream.
There's some pretty good spooky games.
Yeah, gotta make sure there's one that we can all play and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we'll give it a try. If not, we can do some more spooky stories. But to everyone that's on the stream and has joined us, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate it. East Coast, it's nearly 2 p.m. right now. Yes, it is. Being for the next stream, but we look forward to seeing you there.
I was pretty spot on with that time. So yeah, the stream will start at 8 o'clock on Saturday for UDOT.
That's the one I said. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, 1 a.m. UK.
Oh, thank you, Kaibatos.
Thank you, Kaibatos. Hey, I got the chat box working right at the end of the stream. Damn it!
Oh, that's so gay.
Tragic. L.
Bruh.
Oh man,
Have a good night,
that's
man.
crazy.
Yes. You guys too.
Renee
Everyone
freaks me
have a
out.
good night. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the
Good
next stream.
night.